ignore this. I got bored and felt like doing it because why not? I do it every once in a while just to see how it turns out. And I think I'm getting more used to it. It started out looking really weird and I didn't like it, but like I don't really care. Also, I feel like recording this, so just an unfortunate thing to happen right before this. And we're back in this room again. My cat's in that closet right there. Just chill. So, I feel like in general, I don't like expectations or standards, and I feel like I can't even hold them up very well, anyways. I feel like in general, a lot of the authority figures in my life just view me as like worthless, juvenile, you know. Like I'm not gonna amount to anything. My parents definitely aren't proud of me. A lot of the like I've had like genuine authority figures like just really not trust me in the past. But there's a specific thing I want to talk about. I don't I don't like being a guy. If you couldn't tell by the nails and this thing that I just did. Which either way, these two things I could argue are like not related to that anyways. Because like guys do it all the time. It doesn't really matter. Cat's staring right at me now. Oi. Um. What is that like? I don't like being a guy. I just don't like in all aspects of it. I don't like how it feels physically, having to be this sort of biology. I don't like having to like how it feels societally, you know, and how it like I don't like any part of it really, or like any of the implications and standards it holds. So I really just always wanted to get away from that. In fact, I started noticing this stuff in the 6th grade. You know, 11 years old. As of now, that would be 4 years ago. So, sorry, someone was walking by outside. I really just don't like any of this sort of stuff, so I've always wanted to get away from it, but I didn't really know how. Only recently I found like a bunch of other like queer people have found like similar things, and I started learning more of the terminology. The more I was like hearing about this stuff elsewhere. So I just prefer to not be seen as anything, you know. I'm gonna put him down. He's trying to stand up. Okay. People keep walking by. It feels weird. But like in general, being a guy, I really don't like it. But here's the thing that people don't talk about. That like just like I know so many people that are like most of the girls I know, most of them are bi, and then you get some that are like lesbian, things like that. All the guys I know, they're just straight. That's all they are. When you think theater kid, you usually think a gay guy. No, it's all girls, straight or bi, and then a bunch of straight guys. That's literally the entirety of it right now. So it's like hardly anything happens with them. They're born into a society where they're taught to think they are already living success. They are born in like the right position to be in, the position everyone wants to be in. And I hate that. I hate that kind of standard and what it implies. Oh, they're the better ones, they're stronger, they have to do more things and be better than like, everything that comes with it. I don't like what it stands for, and it doesn't fit me very well. I don't want to be a man's man. I don't like the big, masculine, strong, burly guy. I hate that stuff. And here's the thing. Again, you get a lot of girls that are queer, and then you get people that are born girls want to switch because they don't like how it feels being female, and they don't like having to live up to that stuff, and they think, oh, guys are already the ones that are better in society. I want to be that. They switch over to that. I wonder, what do they think of the guys who want to switch? Except, I never hear anything about that because they probably don't think about it. They don't think there's people like that. Because I've never met people like that before. Genuinely. Like, I keep seeing a dot there, it's weird. Whatever. But it's like, I feel like they just think like, why would a guy want to switch? Why would he not want to be that when he's already got everything from birth? He's in the right status to be in. I feel like that's what people would think, and like I hate that. That makes it even worse, and why I especially don't want to be in this position. And I hate it. But it's like, here's the thing. I know so many trans guys that were like born girls, you know. I don't know that many non-binary people, but let's look in the media. No, so many people that are born girls that either turn trans, want to be a guy, or become non-binary. None of them, no people born as men though. Nothing like that. I don't see that anywhere. It's so underrepresented. So like I have nothing to go off of. So because of that, people are just gonna default seeing a guy as just being a guy and being fully straight. That's all they can think of because that's all they ever are. And I hate that because I have to constantly invalidate myself. I misgender myself in my own inner monologue all the time. And I hate the fact that I literally have a preferred name, but it is so hardly used that whenever it is used, it feels weird and it feels unearned. Like, they shouldn't be using this. I shouldn't be going by this. It's wrong. There's something wrong about using it, and I don't like hearing it used. And it's so weird. It's so weird to hear it used out of nowhere. And I don't know why. I hate it. Literally, when I was I thought of the name in like 7th or 8th grade, something like that. And I thought, high school is soon. I'm getting away from a lot of these people. Great friends over here, but still, people I don't know over at like a high school. That's a good start, a good fresh start. I'll use this new name. It did not work at all. So, just like, so I'm stuck with everyone thinking I'm just a guy, a straight guy, and like, everyone else has to like, and I really hate how like, in general, everything, like I said, is geared towards masculinity. Like, literally, a girl could dress masculine. No one's gonna think anything of it. And then maybe she wants to be a guy and once again dresses masculine. A lot of people are going to be on board with that. She might even try to go like gender neutral and she just dresses masculine again. Because again, everything's geared towards masculinity. Both genders can wear pants. Only one gender can wear a dress. Tell me which one's more neutral in that case then. It's like anything more masculine is the default. Really. Like, someone could try and be androgynous. If they're born a girl, they try to look androgynous, they're likely just going to be, like, looking male. That's what they're gonna go for anyways. And then I hate how people always shorten the whole word to just andro. Trying to appear andro. Which is so ironic, because andro just means male. It just means masculine. And androgyny literally just means masculine feminine. So when you shorten it like that, you get rid of the other half entirely. It's like something I really hate is that like I was thinking about how much I invalidate myself with the idea that like look at it this way. Someone could say they only like guys, and so they'll only be in a relationship with guys, and then they'll also be in a relationship with like a trans mask and see that as a guy as well. Perfectly fine. And then vice versa for people that like girls. What about someone that's like not got a gender? Where do they fit in that? I feel like that in general gets less. But yeah, I was thinking about that because I usually don't think about that. Because I forget about the fact that that's what I am. So I literally think about other things. Like all the girls like girls and all the guys like girls too. I'm nowhere. And then forget I'm not a guy. But still, then in that case, where do I fit? I still get nowhere. I get no representation. It's like, oh, it's like the queers don't see me as one of them, and the straights don't want me to be one of them. Like, all the queers and the allies, they think I'm straight, and then all the straights think I'm a creep. Not even kidding. They genuinely, people will talk about that all the time, and I hate hearing about that. It's horrible. Yeah, in general, I do have to validate myself all the time and just act like I am straight cis guy. I go by he. I have to respond to people saying he in a conversation. I am just the token straight friend because most of the people are queer, and then I'm there, and they don't realize anything because I'm the only one there that's born a guy that's queer. I'll see conversations all the times with the straight guys, and then the girls that are like queer in some sort of way. They're having a conversation, and I'm off to the side hoping that they forget I'm actually part of the conversation and that they don't bring me in to be another representative of the straights. Because then I just have to play along. What am I supposed to say? They've known me for like a full year or two. Like, I can't say anything then. It's drilled into their head that I'm supposed to be one of the token straight friends. I can't do anything about that. And let me bring it up again. If a girl wants to dress like a guy, no one's gonna question it at all. It seems perfectly fine. They're fine with it. They might not even say it's progressive. It'll just be style to them. Say that person's called like a tomboy or something. There's no inverse to that. Even the term, it has no direct inverse. If you call someone a twink or a femboy, that never has anything good to go with it. It's either like fetishized or ridiculed, you know? Genuinely, I do not like those terms at all. Because constantly when I talk about my situation, guys will like use it either because they don't know anything about what's going on. I feel like a hiccup was randomly about to come up. But like, they'll either use it because they don't know what's going on. They don't realize that has very bad implications, especially to this situation. Or it'll be used as a genuine insult. I've been insulted with it constantly. At this point, I think twink could possibly just become a slur in the future. Who knows what's gonna happen with it? Because like it's used so much as an insult. The amount of times I've called myself a beaner or a greaser is crazy. But I will never say that I am a twink or a femboy, because those ones have actually been used against me in horrible situations. I have hardly ever been actually insulted with being called a beaner or a greaser. People hardly use that against me. It's like very rarely. So yeah, being a guy sucks. Don't do it. But yeah, in general, I feel like people get things wrong a lot. Like, talk about being pan and not caring for gender. Once again, my whole thing is entirely around like gender is pointless. Like, don't want one, don't see it in like other people. That's the whole thing. So like, I'm also pan because of the. One of my friends genuinely thought I had a preference to guys only. Thought I only liked that, despite the amount of times I talked about being pan. It's like, dude, stop. Like, he's bi. He was talking about stuff about like how bad things are going with him. I'm trying to give him advice. He's like, dude, what advice you're giving me? You prefer men. I don't. There is no preference there. Don't act like I prefer one or the other. I don't think about that. Like, it's all in theory, because in general, I don't see myself as worthy of, like, a relationship or being attracted to anyone. So I haven't been attracted to a lot of people. So, a lot of it really does just seem in theory. Like, the very small amount of people, like, I could count them on my hand throughout my entire life. I haven't had any guys so far. I just know I definitely could like a guy. Because, like, I genuinely don't see the point in restricting yourself to one gender or another in any sort of way in terms of attraction. I don't see the point in it. Something seems so weird. Like, you say you like someone for their personality only and nothing else, but someone else of a different gender with the exact same personality, you wouldn't go for them? What? So I haven't liked any guys before. And with that said, no, I do not prefer men. It's like, in general, people get this stuff wrong all the time. No one ever understands what's going on. They never have any sort of idea of it. Hi there. Just forgetting my cat's down here. It's turning away now. But yeah, I constantly call myself a guy or a dude. Like, oh, I hate being having to be like a queer guy or having to be a guy when I don't even consider myself that. I prefer not to be that, but I still call myself that because I'm just used to invalidating myself. I think of myself as like being that and hating being that. As if I'm not able to get away from that because in a certain sense, I'm kind of not. So, awful stuff. Just want to say, my legal name, I do not like it very much. Never have. It was actually picked a few weeks before I was born. For the entirety of my mother knowing that like she was having me, she wanted to name me Cyrus. Imagine how easy it would have been being non-binary if my name was Cyrus. She saw what was going to be my name afterwards once. For the first time in her entire life, a few weeks before I was born, she's like, immediately never looked back at Cyrus again. Immediately switches over to this new name. I'm stuck with it. I've definitely said this name a few times on this channel, but like, do not look through any of my old videos. Those are horrible stuff. I hate all of it. So, I will not be using my real name on this entire channel. You will not be hearing it. I will not let you know what that is. About like 1 or 2 people who watch this channel know it. I swear to God, if anyone I know watches these videos, Rhett has commented on videos that are not this serious, and that makes me think, how does he know which ones are serious or not? I mean, you could probably tell from the titles and thumbnails, but you never know. He could be watching these things all the way through and just says nothing. Rhett, are you watching these? This is horrible stuff to look at. I hate the idea that like anyone I know can really find this stuff very easily. That haunts me. There's a lot of stuff on here that I don't want people I actually know to see. Outside of that, whoever else that doesn't know me in my personal life and won't ever, I don't care what you guys think.